Breaking news! Ian Rappaport just fired up Baltimore Ravens fans with what may be the clearest sign yet that the team may be preparing to trade tight end Mark Andrews. Let's not beat around the bush. This isn't just a rumor. There's a real sense of movement. And when Rappaport speaks, it's usually because someone wants the message to get out. Whether that person is in the Ravens front office or not, the seeds are clearly being planted and starting to sprout. I'll tell you everything I've learned in a moment, but first, make sure you've hit the like button if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan. There are people here who have been Ravens fans for over 15 years. It's great to see fans of all ages. Now let's get to the point. While we're on the subject of Andrews, take a deep breath. This doesn't mean a trade is a done deal, but the timing, tone, and context here are all setting off alarm bells. Rappaport emphasized how much the Ravens value Andrews, but then said something much more telling. If a team makes a strong enough offer, Baltimore could trade him. That's the sentence that changes everything. This is not meant to be disrespectful. This is business, and the NFL is ruthless when it comes to business. Let's break this down in simple terms. Mark Andrews is due $11 million. He's got just 1 year left on his contract. Meanwhile, Isaiah Likely, who looked every bit like a true TE1 when Andrews was out, makes significantly less. We're talking just $3 million. Charlie Kolar, same situation. The contrast in cap hit is glaring, and in a league where cap space is everything, that matters. Back when Andrews got hurt, Isaiah Likely didn't just fill in, he thrived. The coaching staff rolled with him and it paid off. No need for a veteran signing, no need for a backup plan. Likely stepped in and turned heads. So when a young, affordable talent starts balling out like that, teams take notice. Not just the Ravens, other GMs too. And you best believe they've seen the tape. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The whispers aren't just about Andrews' performance or cap hit, they're about timing. Andrews had a $4 million roster bonus due on March 18th, and according to Brian McFarland, unless something changed quietly behind the scenes, that bonus may have already been paid. If it was, the Ravens would only save $7 million in cap space if they trade him now. But if it wasn't, they'd save the full $11 million. That's not a small difference. That's roster-shaping money. And here's the kicker. Eric DeCosta, at his pre-draft press conference, played coy when asked about trades. He teased the idea of a draft day move, reminiscing about the Hollywood Brown deal. You remember that one, right? Announced on draft night, but cooked days before.
EDC made it clear that trade was done long before the world knew. Could Mark Andrews be following that same path? It feels eerily familiar. Now, let's be clear. The Ravens aren't just looking to dump Andrews. They love him, they respect him, they value what he brings on the field and in the locker room. But love doesn't pay the bills. And if the right offer comes in, business wins. That's the nature of this league. Fan reaction? It's split. Some want to hold tight to Andrews, especially given his chemistry with Lamar Jackson. Others see the writing on the wall. They see a young tight end group. They see the need for more draft capital, and they see an opportunity to reset financially. One fan even said it plainly, get the best value possible. Likely might already be the better option, and Andrews hasn't shown up in the playoffs. Harsh? Maybe, but there's truth in it too. Let's talk about postseason performance. It's no secret that Andrews has had quiet playoff showings. Last year's letdown lingers in the minds of fans. Lamar had his own struggles, sure, but Andrews didn't rise above them either. It's fair to ask if his best days in Baltimore are behind him, and it's even fairer to ask if now is the last real chance to get something of value in return. Because if they wait, if the Ravens roll the dice and hold Andrews into the season, they risk watching him walk next year with only a compensatory pick to show for it, and not even immediately. That pick would come 2 years from now, and at NFL time, that's forever. Meanwhile, with Derrick Henry expected to sign an extension, and running back depth looking solid with Justice Hill, Keaton Mitchell, and Rasheen Ali in the fold, the offense is already evolving. Maybe it's time the tight end room follows suit. Could trading Andrews be part of a bigger plan? Could it be a chess move that lands the Ravens a higher draft pick? Possibly. Package him with their own pick and move up? That would shake the draft to its core. But straight up for a first? Probably not. Not at this stage in his contract. Remember the Hollywood trade? That brought in Tyler Linderbaum. Not a receiver, not a flashy name, but a foundational piece. Pairing him with Kyle Hamilton, who many now call the best safety in football, turned that deal into a win, even if it hurt at the time. Maybe trading Andrews could do the same, but it comes back to timing. The Ravens have to strike now. That's the only way they'll get real return. The moment this draft kicks off, so do the dominoes. And with Baltimore hosting a live draft party, all eyes are on what could be a massive night. So Ravens flock, we're at the edge of something big. This isn't just smoke anymore. This is strategy. This is business. This is Baltimore moving with purpose. But what do you think? Is this the right time to move on from Mark Andrews? Or should the Ravens ride it out one more year with their star tight end? Let me know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep this conversation going. Because let's face it, this situation with Mark Andrews isn't just about numbers or contracts. It's about identity. It's about how the Ravens see themselves moving forward. Andrews has been a cornerstone, Lamar's go-to guy, a heartbeat of this offense. Trading him wouldn't just be about cap space or picks. It'd signal a significant philosophical shift. It'd be the front office saying, we're confident in the future. We're confident in Likely. We're confident we can get more value from what comes next than what we've had. And let's talk about Isaiah Likely for a minute. This kid has something special. Not just flash, but consistency, production, and poise. When Andrews was out, Likely didn't just hold it down. He owned the role. He made plays in tight windows, showed toughness over the middle, and brought that YAC, yards after catch, ability that's become such a weapon in this offense. There's no question anymore. He can be TE1. So now, the conversation inside the Ravens building likely isn't can we survive without Andrews? It's can we thrive by moving forward with Likely and turning Andrews into draft capital or a key piece elsewhere? And with the draft looming, the timing couldn't be more critical. If a deal's going to happen, it has to happen soon. Every hour closer to draft night, the leverage changes. If the Ravens wait too long, teams might look elsewhere. If they jump too early, they might not maximize return. But if they strike that perfect balance, just like they did with Hollywood Brown, they could pull off another masterstroke. And don't forget Eric DeCosta's style. He keeps things close to the chest. He doesn't let the media run his narrative. But when he wants the league to know something, oh, he makes sure they hear it. That's what this Rappaport update feels like. Not a leak. A message. A message that says, we're listening. Bring your offers. Let's not overlook the financial implications either. This isn't just about saving money now. It's about building a more sustainable future. With a player like Derrick Henry potentially signing a new deal soon, with multiple young offensive weapons needing attention in the near future, the Ravens have to make choices. Big ones. Moving Andrews could be the key to unlocking more flexibility for the next wave of stars. Think about that 2022 draft. When Hollywood got traded, it stung, but out of that came Linderbaum and Kyle Hamilton. Two absolute studs who've reshaped the DNA of this team. Could a similar deal be brewing now? Could Mark Andrews be the piece that helps Baltimore move up and snag another blue chip prospect? Maybe a pass rusher, maybe a lineman, maybe even another weapon for Lamar? That's the thing. This isn't about replacing Andrews with another tight end. So where does this leave us? We're staring down one of the biggest potential moves of the offseason. A franchise-altering decision. A trade that could shape the direction of the Baltimore Ravens for years. If they pull the trigger, it's because they believe it makes them better, not just in 2025, but for the long haul. If they hold on to Andrews, it means they think he's still a critical piece of the puzzle. But Ravens fans, this isn't just about what the front office thinks. It's about what you think. So here's the question. Is now the time to move on from Mark Andrews and capitalize on his value? Or should the Ravens keep him in the fold for one more run with Lamar and the crew? Let me know in the comments below. This is a conversation we all need to be part of, because whatever happens next, it's going to be huge.